Hi, I'm Anna Golding from Fingerprint Dance, and I'm here with you today for a short creative movement session where we'll be dancing through a warm-up, a creative exercise, and then a cool down to get you ready for the rest of your day. Thanks for joining me. Before we begin, we're just going to look at the space around us to make sure that it's ready for us to move in. So if you put your arms out in front of you and out to the sides, hand up above you, hand down below, and to the front and back. And if that space is clear, then you'll be fine. I'm going to move through the session in between standing and seated. And everything that we're doing today we'll be able to adapt to standing or seated. Some of the movements are quite big movements with arms and shoulders and legs. Work with where your body is today. If I have my arms out to the side and that feels too much, then just bring your hands out to the side. If I'm extending my legs straight and that's too much, just bring a gentle extension to your leg. Even if it's just slightly lifting it up off the floor, then that's really great. It's lovely to be with you today. Thank you for coming along to dance with me and Fingerprint Dance. Okay, off we go. We're going to just start by warming up, and we're going to work from the top of the body all the way down to our feet. So, sitting or standing tall as you can. Let's just set our spines and set our skeletons ready for moving by breathing in and then breathing out. Nice deep breaths and folding down across your body, folding down through your back and then rolling up through your spine, growing tall. And another one. Let's just breathe in and breathe out, curl forwards and breathing back in. So really think about growing in this middle part of your body. That's where you're going to find a bit of extra height. Okay, good. So let's start. We're going to look to the right. You can just mirror my movements as we go through. And then, as if you're looking right or far into the horizon, looking to the left. And again, looking to the right. Good, and to the left. And while we're doing this, we're trying to keep our shoulders facing forwards so that all the work is really happening in our neck, which holds a lot of tension. And back to centre, and then let's look up at the sky or the ceiling. Let's imagine we're looking up into a clear blue sky, and then down at the ground. We might be looking down at carpet, possibly, or a wooden floor, or in your kitchen at lino. Let's imagine that we're looking at a meadow, lots of wildflowers, lush green grass. So looking up at the sky and looking down at the ground. And then let's take a circle with our heads. Good, well done. Just keep it quite gentle, make sure you don't get dizzy, taking a circle. Very good. And going the other way. Lovely. Bring your head back up to centre, and we're going to roll the shoulders back. So think about when you're rolling your shoulders back, the shoulder blades, the big flat bones, connect onto the back part of your rib cage and your spine, sliding alongside. So all of these movements, you're kind of giving yourself a bit of a massage really, and oiling all of the joints as we move them. Good. And let's bring the shoulders forwards. Small circles. Great. Well done. Rest your arms down. Just have a bit of a shake in the shoulders and the neck. And then let's take our right elbow drawing circles, and then the left elbow drawing a circle. Right elbow. Let's imagine that. Thinking about our shoulder blades and the beginning point of our shoulders being the opening root of a pair of wings. So we're really starting to wake up our wings, all the way extending through to fingertips. Strong active arms, pushing the air away. This can be small. If this is easier for your shoulders and your neck and your arms, just make the movements as comfortable as they can be for you, but also perhaps just stretching yourself a little bit more than you would do in normal day-to-day life. Let's try both arms together. So the arms come forwards, lifting up to the sky and parting the clouds. Lifting up to the sky and pushing the clouds away. Good, well done. So just have a bit of a shake again to make sure that you're not carrying any tension. And we're just going to roll down through the spine. I'm going to move to the chair, but you may stay standing. So from the chair, just waking up the back, the spine. So if you're sitting, it's really helpful to just use the support of your legs. Let your arms, your hands slide down your legs and then back up again. And if you're standing, you can do the same. Or if you're comfortable and easy in your back today, then you can let your arms just hang loose at your sides. So there's a bit more work going on in your abdominals and your tummy. So off we go, rolling down, starting from the top of the neck, tucking the chin into the chest. Shoulders follow too, rolling forwards, and then rolling back up again. Just sit tall or stand tall, and let's go again, rolling down, and back up again. Well done. And last time, rolling down, top of the head, curling forwards, rolling down, and then back up again. Good. I'm going to just warm up the hips, so if you're seated, let's just rock side to side. Have your arms just loose by your sides if you're in a comfortable chair with enough support. If you want to, then you can just hold on to the sides of the chair just to give you an extra little bit of support. I'm going to briefly come up to standing just to show you with the hips how we'll warm up the hips from standing up. Those of you that are seated, just continue with. It's a bit like walking from side to side, using what we call your sits bones, which are the two bones that you can feel when you're sitting down that are doing the same job as your feet when you're standing up. So you're thinking about rocking side to side, maybe a little bit forwards and backwards. I'm going to come up to standing for hips. So with hips standing up, both our feet are going to stay planted onto the ground, but we're going to just rock the hips side to side. Good, well done. And let's take some circles with our hips by standing up. Great. And round the other way. Well done. Think about oiling the joints in your hips and your knees as we're working through, and your shoulders and your neck and your spine. Just to stay mobile as much as possible. I'm going to come down the legs. Same if you're seated, rolling down to the knees. Just drawing small circles with your hands supporting your knees. Got squeaky shoes on today. And round the other way. Great. And coming back up to standing. And let's just take a big yawn and a stretch to finish off. Big yawn and a stretch. And a shake. Good. And a little bit of a bounce. Well done. So hopefully we're feeling a little bit warmer now. We're going to just move on to our creative dance today. So for today's creative dance, we're going to work with a poem by Charles Causley called I Am the Song. I'm going to read it to you first of all to give you some ideas. There's lots of images that we can work with and draw some pictures in the space around us. I am the song. I am the song that sings the bird. I am the leaf that grows the land. I am the tide that moves the moon. I am the stream that halts the sand. I am the cloud that drives the storm. I am the earth that lights the sun. I am the fire that strikes the stone. I am the clay that shapes the hand. I am the word that speaks the man. Okay. So I'm going to come up with some movements for each line, and you can either mirror my movements or develop them, or come up with your own movements as we go through the poem. So let's work with the first line, which is I am the song that sings the bird. I am the song filling the air that sings the bird. I am the song that sings the bird. I've talked a lot about wings already today. That's our first line. I am the leaf that grows the land. So something as tiny as a leaf. And we're in spring at the moment, so really thinking about fresh, bright green leaves emerging, growing the land. I am the leaf, I am the leaf that grows the land, thinking about hills tucking into valleys, roads that join onto other roads. I am the leaf that grows the land. I wonder what you've come up with. So our next line is I am the tide that moves the moon. So the tide from the sea, think about waves and the pull and the push of the waves. So I am the tide that moves the moon. Nice one to do sitting down. So if you're seated, I am the tide. So really thinking about the pull and the push of the sea. I am the tide that moves the moon. There she is up in the sky. I am the tide that moves the moon. Our next line is I am the stream that halts the sand. Thinking about the sound of water when you walk or wander through a meadow. Where is the stream? I am the stream. Let's think about a stream maybe running down your arm or your leg. Running down. I am the stream that halts, so stops the sound. I am the stream am the cloud that drives the storm. So think about big grey heavy storm clouds driving the storm across the sky, thunder and lightning. I am the cloud that drives the storm. Let's go through our first 5 lines. I am the song that sings the bird. I am the leaf, this is our practice, that grows the land down to the sea. I am the tide that moves the moon. I am the stream that holds the sand. I am the cloud that drives the storm. That's our first half of the poem. Let's move on to the second half. The next line is, I am the earth that lights the sun. Maybe thinking about the curve of the earth, lighting up the sun in the sky. We usually think about it the other way around, don't we? I am the earth that lights the sun. Another dramatic one, I am the fire that strikes the stone. Fire striking the stones, thinking about quite fireworky, fire striking a stone. All the colours of fire, orange and red. Sometimes when it's very, very hot, almost white and blue, fire that strikes the stone. And then our next line is, I am the clay that shapes the hand. So you've probably held clay before, but if you haven't, it's a bit like Play-Doh. It's cold, it's a bit slippy, it's lovely. I love holding clay. And it moves into the shapes that your hand creates. When it's wet. So let's have, I have the hand, I am the hand, I am the clay, I am the clay that shapes the hand. So the hand comes up out of the clay. Shapes the hand. Maybe you make shapes in the clay, the pattern of your hand. And then we're on to our last line, which is, I am the word that speaks the man. And I'm going to borrow from sign language here. We're going to have, I am the word that speaks the man. I am the word that speaks the man. Word that speaks the man. Wait, let's put them all together, see if we can remember them all. I'm going to come back up to standing, but you may well be seated for the whole of this dance, which is great too. Wherever you are, seated or standing. This is our I Am the Song by Charles Coulsley dance for today. So let's begin. We have I am the song that sings the birds. I am the song. I am the leaf that grows the land. I am the tide that moves the moon. lights the sand. I am the cloud that drives the storm. I am the earth that lights the sun. I am the fire that strikes the stone. I am the clay that shapes the hand. I am the word that speaks the man. Well done, everyone. So we're going to finish off today by just relaxing and cooling down and saying thank you to our bodies for working hard and dancing for the last half an hour or so. So I'd like you to just come to a comfortable standing or sitting position, but remembering to find some space in between your hips and your ribs. So just breathing some height and length into the middle section of your body. Long necks, shoulders relaxed down. We're just going to place our hands either side of our tummy button, of our navel. Just give it a bit of a rub. And we're going to just gently bend the knees, hinging at the hips, and breathing into the palms of your hands. Just expanding the space inside your body with the in-breath and contracting with the out-breath. Thinking about a balloon filling up the inside of your body as you breathe in, and the balloon getting smaller and smaller as you breathe out. Nice deep breath. And then we're just going to rock side to side, whether you're sitting or standing, just gently rocking. Fold forward if you're sitting, or bend in the knees if you're standing. We're just going to breathe the arms up to the sky, across your body, and then opening out again, curling forward and again, arms sweeping out to the side, up and over your body with a little fold forwards or knee bend, and again. Got a black belt sitting as well, curling forwards, and then up to the side, looking over one shoulder and the other shoulder, and again. Repeat that, but I'm going to do it sitting down so I can stay standing. So sitting comfortably, but quite tall, still finding that length between the bones, the sits bones, and the crown of your head. Hands either side of your navel. And we're going to come into rocking side to side. Swaying side to side. And then with a fold forwards, we're going to sweep the arms up and over your head. And back down. If you're on arms are getting tired, then the alternative would be just to bring them in front of you. And open. And down. And down. We're going to stay here with our arms in a hug, whether you're standing up or sitting. I'm just going to really squeeze, extend the arms, hands as far as they can to hold onto the shoulders, just to stretch the back out. And we're going to look over one shoulder. And back to centre. And the other shoulder. And back to centre. And then up to the sky. And down to the ground. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's been lovely dancing with you. Have a great week. Stay safe and well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.